So the story of Grand Slam Australia started way back at AEW All In on August 25th, 2024, when AEW announced that Grand Slam will no longer be at Arthur Ashe Stadiums, and on February 15th, 2025, AEW Grand Slam will move to Brisbane, Queensland, Australia at the beautiful Suncorp Stadium. Now, Suncorp Stadium holds over 55,000 people. Tickets for AEW Grand Slam Australia went on sale September 13th, 2024. Now, when you look at the ratings for AEW Dynamite in Australia, they always average below 20,000 viewers per week. So it was very ambitious for AEW to try and sell out a 55,000 person arena with averaging less than 20,000 viewers per week for their main TV show. And after a reevaluation, AEW decided on November 26, 2024 that they will move the venue for Australia's Grand Slam event to the Brisbane Entertainment Centre that holds roughly 13,000 people. Rumors are floating that the reason why the venue change is because of poor ticket sales. People online were saying that Grand Slam Australia only sold about 3,000 tickets for a 55,000 seat venue. Then AEW Grand Slam ticket holders were sent this email. Event relocated AEW Grand Slam Australia. Dear ticket holder, the promoter of AEW Grand Slam Australia wishes to advise you that the venue for AEW Grand Slam Australia on Saturday the 15th of February 2025 has been changed to the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. Ticket holders do not need to take any action. Your new event tickets will be sent to you through your Ticket Tech app in the next 2 weeks. Your stadium tickets will no longer be valid for the new venue. If you have any queries about your reissued tickets, please contact Ticket Tech here. Enjoy the show. Regards, Ticket Tech team. And locals for the event are saying that they have not seen any promotion for the event at all throughout Australia. And it was about a month before the event when the first match was announced. It will be an all-in rematch. It will be the AEW Women's Champion, the Glamour, Mariah May, defending the title against Timeless Toni Storm. Now, about the time when the main event was announced, Tony Khan was asked whether this would be a pay-per-view or a Dynamite or what exactly it would be. Tony was non-committal whether it would be a pay-per-view or an episode of Dynamite or a Max special, but he said with the time difference, it's unlikely to be a pay-per-view. And on the January 15th episode of AEW Dynamite, it was announced that Grand Slam Australia will be an episode of AEW Collision. Now, they were not able to confirm the time because it will be immediately following the NBA All-Star Saturday Night Spectacular, but they said it should be roughly around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday night. Now, after AEW did confirm that AEW Grand Slam will be an episode of Collision, they then put out this tweet. From the official AEW account on Twitter, or should I say X, we are just 7 days out from AEW Grand Slam Australia on pay-per-view at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. Oh my, a pay-per-view. Don't miss out AEW's first show in Australia. I think they meant don't miss out on AEW's first show in Australia. Immediately following after NBA All-Star Saturday Night Coast to Coast. Now, after the venue change, the fans that previously bought tickets were not very happy of the news, especially for fans who had to purchase hotel rooms and originally got the hotel rooms close to the Suncorp Stadium. And after a little Googling, the two venues are about 30 minutes difference in travel. Now, here is what some fans had to say about the matter. One fan says, I convinced a bunch of non-wrestling fans to come with me and some to fly here from across the country until the recent announcement that the show has been downgraded to a TV taping from a 4-hour pay-per-view to a 2-hour collision. That is absolutely such a kick in the balls. Another fan said, I feel totally ripped off and scammed. What went from a 4-hour event with finales to feuds and insane matches has just become a weekly TV taping? This is absolutely shameful. Another fan said, honestly, if they canceled the show, I'd be so bummed out, but also would sort of be happy to get my $750 back. Obviously don't want that to happen, but it's been such a drag that if they did, I've already been beat down enough where I'm not care that much. Another fan says, I hate traveling. Money's tight right now, but I figured at least I'd get to see AEW put on a huge show. I'd never go see an AEW show again, but honestly, I doubt they'd come back anyway after how this debacle went. Another fan says, I've spent $4,500 for tickets, hotels, and flights for the weekend. Oh my. Only my wife and I are going. I honestly wouldn't go to another AEW show. The amount of money spent on this one show wouldn't even be worth it with a pay-per-view, let alone what they're dishing up. Another fan says, between tickets, flights, and accommodations, I spent over $1,000, and now I still have to pay for a 30-minute Uber because the Brisbane Entertainment Center is nowhere near Suncorp Stadium, and PT isn't running out of the entertainment center that weekend. Another fan says they picked the worst location and did practically zero marketing for it, effed over fans with the relocation, and now cut the show into half of what it's supposed to be. Unless this event ends up making all this ish worthwhile, I will not bother attending an AEW event again in the future if this is how poorly they handle things. Another fan said, yup, I got tickets in the pre-sale and spent $500 on 2 tickets, and they relocated my seats to a corner up in the nosebleeds. Wow, what a change. And now to make matters even worse, AEW is offering 2-for-1 tickets. That must tell you how the ticket sales are going for this event. Now, WrestleTix has not been updating the ticket sales for this event, so the arena fits 13,000 people, but we have zero clue how many tickets have been sold for the event this far. Now let's get to some predictions. The first match we'll be looking at is for the TBS Championship, as the champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, defends against Harley Cameron. Right now, it's very hard to argue that Harley Cameron isn't the most entertaining thing in AEW going right now. Between her singing and her puppet skills, she is killing it right now. This is AEW's chance to create a new star in her home country, but unfortunately for her,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news! Bad news!
I don't see AEW pulling the trigger. That's why I think at the end of the night, we will see Mercedes Moné still TBS champion. The next contest is a tag team match representing the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley against Adam Copeland and Switchblade Jay White. This Death Riders angle has been going on for so long, and I don't see any end in sight. I mean, does anyone really believe that Edge is going to take the title from Mox at Revolution on March 9th? But even if he does, is it that big of a deal? Like, where is this going? They really need to elevate a young star and make them the next AEW champion instead of giving all these old-timers opportunities. I mean, would it make that big of a deal if Edge won the World Heavyweight title, or would it really not matter? Either way, in this tag team contest, I think Copeland and the Switchblade pick up the victory. And in another tag team contest, what people are calling the Dream Team, Will Ospreay will team with Kenny Omega to take on Don Callis family members, Kyle Fletcher, and the international champion Takeshita. Does anyone really see Ospreay and Omega losing this match? I mean, really? They are probably the best 2 AEW in-ring competitors in the company right now. I just don't see how Fletcher and Takeshita pick up the victory, so I'm going with the Dream Team. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay pick up the victory in this tag team contest. And then I think Ospreay will challenge Takeshita for the International Championship, and Kenny Omega will move on to challenge Okada for the Continental Championship. And in the main event of the evening, it's a rematch from All In for the AEW Women's Championship, as the champion, the Glamour, Mariah May, defends against Timeless Toni Storm. A few weeks ago on Collision, we did see Toni Storm become Timeless once again, and with Storm in her own country poised to become the AEW Women's Champion once again. As much as I would like to see May hold on to the title because her act is incredible right now, I do think Toni Storm will become the AEW Women's Champion once again. I just hope if May does lose the women's championship, she doesn't disappear like so many AEW competitors have in the past. And there you have it. There's my picks for AEW Grand Slam. I hope everyone enjoys the show.